Hello, Wills Point High School. This is a small training on how you are able to access your ClassLink. So, I'm going to show you a couple of ways of how to get there. Um, One way you can do is there is a push out on your bookmarks tab that you can uh, access it from there. Um, but on the school's website, you will need to make sure that you are here. It says WPHS for Wills Point High School. So when you're at the Wills Point High School page, you can also get there if you're at District Home. You can, and if you're on the district page, you will see it says WPISD. You go to select school to high school. So from there, you can log in and make sure when you log in, there is a button at the bottom where it says sign in. You will press sign in. Make sure you scroll in and sign in with Google. When you sign in with Google, obviously you use your credentials to get inside. You should probably already have that saved. To get to ClassLink, you're going to go to staff use only. When you get to staff use only, you will see a link. Now remember, when you hover over staff use only, please just hover over it, and then you're going to scroll all the way down to ClassLink. When you get to ClassLink, you're going to see your main page. Now, I am imitating Mr. Pratchell here, but you can do a lot of things with ClassLink. This is like a hub to get to where you need to go automatically. It is a password locker. So if you have a password for a particular application that your campus has purchased and uses for students and teachers, then you can sign in one time and it will automatically save. Here is just a couple of things that you are able to that you're already on your dashboard. If you don't use these things, you don't have to. You do not have to use these things. One thing that's on here that is available to you is you can delete some of these things, delete some of these apps. Unfortunately, on my end, since I am an admin on this particular console, I cannot show you the form of deleting it. See, if you click on more info, it tells you about the actual app. Um, you can create folders. So for here, Mr. Pratchell has his Google Suite inside of a folder. He created a folder. You can take all your Google Suite information that you have and you can plug it right in there to make yourself more organized. Just hover over it and it will get there. So all of the Google Suite things that I want to add on, I could do that. So how he did that is by um, creating a folder. You can also edit. So I want to go to edit mode. At the top left hand corner, I can add a folder. I can name the folder. And once I name the folder, I can create a color for it and then create. Obviously, you will see at the bottom, moving my tab over, you will see that at the bottom, it will populate all the folders at the bottom. Now, in this particular folder, you can rename it. You can right click and you can remove the folder or you can edit the folder. You also can go on to the edit mode. Since we are in edit mode already, you can go to the theme. You can change the theme. I would highly suggest to stay in classic. If you stay in classic, you will see what you have here now. If you change it into primary or professional, you will not see the same. You will see the same apps, but it will look a little bit different. So as you can tell, it looks very large for primary. And if I go to professional, it's another way of looking at it. So I'm gonna go back to theme and I'm gonna change to classic here because I'm used to seeing it in classic. I can also change the app size. We want it small, default, or large. You can change the font style. You can also change the colors as well. Um, for open library. So this is a library of apps that you can choose from. So if you wanted something on here that is not on the dashboard already, you can add it here. Once you add it, it will send a request to me and Donna about your request. It would also send a request to the support team of ClassLink, and they also will support your request for single sign on a particular application, because then it will ask you for, do you have credentials for an account for this particular app? So once you do that, you can add it and then it'll be automatically there. You probably see here that there is a high school student app library. Students also have access to ClassLink. They can also get there by going to the same way of getting to the ClassLink that I showed you before. I'm going to show you that here in a second. If the student goes to high school and they go to parents and students, and they'll scroll to um, student resources. There will be a link right there. Going back to the class link, on ClassLink, you should see that there is also a notifications tab if anything has been alert to you, which is something that the school district has probably sent to you through the admin portal for something that you need to be notified on. You also have a settings for your particular account. You can change the theme. You can change the colors of it. You can also change your profile for your avatar, whatever you want to look like. So at the bottom here, you should see that I can't see that because for some reason, some of you can see that there is a folder tab. So on the folder tab that you see as the user, you will see that there is a way for you to put in documents either for the admin may send to you through the through that folder, or um, you can put that there for yourself for easy access. It's pretty much up to you. So um, to access this, um, we are you should be able to easily access it through the portals that I showed you. But if you are wanting to get an application that requires for you to single sign on a student account, for instance, there are some campuses that uses Edpuzzle. In Edpuzzle, you need to access the student's Google account in order to push out lessons to Edpuzzle through Google Classroom. Now, Some campuses have purchased Edpuzzle and have been approved by their principal to use that particular application. If you have applications, software that you are using that the principal has approved for you to use in your classroom to single sign on students, we need to know what applications those are. You can do that by one, sending me an email, to put it in a ticket. Either way, we will get the notification that you are using these applications and that you are using the student's information. People are not aware, especially teachers, are not aware that you will need to request a privacy agreement from the software company to access the student's information. Student information, including their email and their student Google accounts. Those students' Google accounts are linked to our LMS system, which is also linked to our Ascender portal, which is also linked to the students and their families' private information. Please be aware that you are needing to make sure that you are communicating with your principal about applications that you are using that require students to single sign on using their Google account. If you have any further questions about accessing the class link, you can send me an email and I'll be happy to walk you through. Thank you.